Hey, good morning everyone. This is Tarzan over at Honda World. I just wanted to show you guys something pretty special. I don't know when we're gonna get another chance to get this specific group of bikes together. This is pretty much everything in Honda's Mini Moto lineup, and I wanted to go through and just have us talk about each one a little bit individually and tell you the pros to each bike and which one might be best suited for your kind of riding. First off, over here on the right, I'm going to introduce you to Zach, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this 2020 Honda Grom. What's going on, Zach?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so we're looking at the 2020 Honda Grom today. 125 cc's, 4-speed, definitely more of a sport-style street bike. It's probably not something I would recommend taking off-road, but you definitely could. I've seen people throw knobbies on them and do a little bit of trail riding with them, but it's definitely more for the street-based rider. Definitely a commuter bike, someone that wants to be able to ride around town, have some fun. You know, there's a pretty big Grom group here in Salt Lake. Go out and ride with the Grom Squids is what they call themselves. You know, the top speed on these guys is roughly about 55 miles an hour. So perfect for around town. You know, they get stellar gas mileage. You know, you fill it maybe once every 2 weeks. Pretty sweet. You know,
nice.
Something to save on some gas money and just go around town and have some fun.
In my opinion, I'd say this is the most hooligan bike of the bunch.
Absolutely.
Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Every time I'm on a Grom, it kind of turns me into a bad person.
Yeah.
I just want to mess around and have a ton of fun on these things. Well, that's the new Grom. Thank you, Zach. We're going to move along to the Monkey here, and it looks like I'm going to have Tyler tell us a little bit about this bike.
How you guys doing? This is the Monkey on the 125s. This one here is the first one that's kind of the throwback. Got a nice classic 70s styles motorcycle, dirt bike. This one you can do a little bit of off-roading on. This bike, along with the Grom, both have the manual transmission with the clutch and the standard shift on these. This one's got a tire better suited for some off-road riding, but again, you can throw knobbies on them and have a little bit more fun in the dirt if you were to prefer. These little bikes get about 100 and something miles to the gallon on them, so when you're out cruising around, they are fun ones to cruise, and you can cruise for a long time on a little bit of fuel on these things. This one's done with all automotive grade paint. This is all chrome. None of this stuff is plastic on these things. This is a very well put together little bike that's going to be around for many, many years. It's more of a family heirloom than anything else.
Right on, man. And I've noticed with these in particular, there is no certain demographic that is geared towards it. It is for everybody.
Absolutely not. We've had people in their teens and 20s who are just getting into bikes on these, and we've had people in their 50s and 60s who are still out having a blast on them
For
together
sure.
and cruising the neighborhoods on them, and everybody in between. So absolutely right. This is one that anybody can love.
Right on, man. Thank you, Tyler.
Yes.
We're going to move on to the next bike in the lineup. That is the Super Cub 125, and I'm going to have Blake here. He's my sales manager. He'll go through it a little bit.
How's it going, guys? So the Super Cub is basically the throwback to the world's most sold motorcycle ever. These bikes overseas, over in Asia and some of these other countries, are just extremely popular for good reason. It's a very economic bike to own. They get great gas mileage. They are very smooth. They've got that bigger, skinny tire, so they handle and turn really well. And they're just a ton of fun to ride. This one does have the semi-automatic 4-speed clutch, so no hand clutch, foot shift only. Makes it super simple to ride and easy to shift through and kind of teach someone how to use the clutch without having a hand clutch and cycle through the gears. So we really like that aspect about it. And of course, just like the Monkey, it's a great throwback to that classic style, you know, that retro theme. We got a little background noise. That retro theme that people are just really, really attracted to right now. Honda's doing a great job at throwing these bikes back and capturing everyone's attention. You know, like Tyler mentioned, we get the age group from, you know, teens all the way up through, you know, 60, 70, 80 years old, people who remember these bikes from their childhood, and we're loving that. We're loving the attention that they gather, and you know, the fact that Honda's using the same engine makes it just a really good, reliable platform to work off of. And yeah, the Super Cub's been a great seller for us, something that we all love, and just again, that classic look. So
Right on, man. Thanks. This, I'd say, is probably one of the most technologically advanced of the four here. It's the only one that comes with a keyless fob. It's even got its own alarm system, which on a small bike like this is invaluable. It's super cool that they went that extra mile.
Yep, if you lock it, it's gonna set the alarm off if someone comes up and tries to tamper with it.
Just crazy.
It's just, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. That keyless ignition is awesome as well. So pretty cool piece of technology.
Well, right on, Blake. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna finish up here with the newest addition to the Mini Moto family, and I'd say the most highly anticipated bike of the year. It is Honda's Trail 125. Around the world, this bike's got a lot of different names: the Hunter Cub, the Postie. It's just the quintessential rugged little motorcycle. If you need the most reliable bike to get you anywhere in the world, this is it. It's gonna sip fuel. It's got excellent fuel economy. All of these bikes are getting over 100 miles per gallon, no problem. This one's got the biggest fuel tank at 1.4 gallons, so it's gonna give you tons of range. And I absolutely adore it. It looks so cool. I mean, they did a perfect job just taking it back, making it look like one of those classic CT110s or 90s. I mean, it fits perfectly in that family. What an awesome job that Honda did. And it's all modern now. You've got LED lighting all around. You have an ABS brake up front. It's fuel injected. It also comes with that 4-speed semi-automatic transmission that you guys have come to know and love throughout the years. This is one of the easiest bikes to ride out there. I mean, any of these bikes is going to be extremely easy for someone to just ride. This is the most rugged of the bunch, I would say. It's got a very high air intake. It's also got a very high slung exhaust to give you a lot of ground clearance. I mean, Honda even put a bash guard on here stock because they know people are going to treat these like they used to. They're going to be on farms, they're going to be doing trails. They're just going to be doing crazy stuff on a little bike, and it's going to be able to handle anything you throw at it. We're very excited down here at the shop just to have one available to show you. Like I said, it's going to be very limited at first, so we're going to hopefully be getting more in the future and be able to provide them to you guys. Once again, this is Honda World, and I'm Tarzan, and all these guys are happy to help you out. If there's something you want to see, please let us know in the comments. Any questions, anything of the sort, or just come down and see us in person. We're happy to chat with you. Thanks again, guys, and take care.